Hello and welcome to your love reading. This is just a collective love reading, and so it doesn't matter what your star sign, sun sign is. It's just if this reading found you, it found you for a reason, and we'll find out what messages the cards have for you. Let's get into this. Find out what's going on in your love energy, if there's somebody in your energy, how they're feeling, a little bit of insight into what's to come. Be a little bit of a longer reading, so get comfortable. We'll see what comes up. Okay, 8 of Swords. So the 10 of Cups in reverse. The 10 of Cups is this like happily ever after ending. It is that a family that is so full of love, and a family can be big or small. It could be just you and one other person. It could be you with children, dogs, cats, whatever. But it's a home that feels so full of love, but it's in reverse. So there's some kind of blockages here in getting to that. Then we also have the 8 of Swords, and the 8 of Swords is about these kind of walls that we put up around ourselves. It's this almost being overly protective, being in a place of fearfulness. I also think that it has to do with inner work, shadow work, needing to go inward and heal from past wounds. Somebody's thinking of taking some kind of leap of faith here. They're very conflicted on this. They may have even said things that kind of contradict their actual feelings. Again, I'm getting this fearful, holding back energy. Yes, 6 of Swords. Look at all the sword energy. Swords, 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 swords. And we're even getting 5 of Swords and 6 of Swords, then Page of Swords. This is very much that journey. And the swords deal with the mind, and it deals with communication. It feels like there are things that haven't been said, or even it's almost like somebody is just trying to play it cool. They're not letting you know exactly how they feel. The 6 of Swords in reverse is struggling to walk away from this kind of conflict that may have happened. It's still holding on to possibly some resentment. There's still hurt feelings here. And then Page of Swords is now this conversation happening, this conversation that needs to happen. And the Page is a very kind of impulsive, naive energy, which means when they do have this conversation with you, it could come out of nowhere. And it might, initially they could be a little defensive, not coming from a place of the most emotional maturity. Yeah, they're making some kind of preparations. They haven't given up on this situation, though. If you're wondering if this person has walked away, there's this perseverance. Yeah, because this makes sense then. We have the Tower in reverse. We have the 10 of Cups in reverse. So there was this loss of this future that you had envisioned, and they had envisioned it too. They're also kind of, I guess, regretful or longing. Let me think of the right word for it. Mourning. There we go. They're mourning the loss of the future that they thought they would have with you. Okay, then we get the Fool in reverse with the Magician in reverse. So the Magician in reverse is that kind of manipulative, and that's where I was saying their words don't match their actions. Their words don't, what they're saying they're feeling isn't how they're feeling. This person's complicated. It's hard to know how they're feeling or what, where they stand in all of this, because their communication is so shifty. Okay. You may have put a lot of effort into this relationship, and this could have been in a lot of ways, with your time, your energy, maybe even financially, where you really poured a lot into this, and you've been waiting for it to pay off, maybe waiting for that commitment to come in, waiting. It's just, you're not getting that payout yet for how much you invested in this dynamic. Yeah, I get the sense that this person is just kind of self-isolating, and they may have pulled their energy. To be honest with you, that the energy I get off of this is somebody that has an avoidant attachment style. And so if you can search here on YouTube, avoidant attachment style, it really feels like that. Where, and those people, they tend to, kind of all of a sudden pull their energy and isolate, but they still have their eye on that prize, right? They're still looking at that lantern. Let me see if I can get focus. They're still looking at that lantern that has the star in it. And they see you as that star. They still have their eye on the prize, but it's like something in them, when people get too close, they pull away. All right, tell me about this Page of Swords. Yeah, because they're heartbroken over this. That is, I know, I have been in this exact kind of situation with somebody where it was like, they would say something like, I'm just not ready for a relationship right now. Or and they would kind of pull their energy, and then they would come back and be like, I miss you so much. And it's like, well, like the actions and the words never totally align here. And it's because they're deeply confused themselves. They're not self-aware enough to know that like these instincts are coming from a place of, when we look at the 6, this is like past traumas, that its past hurts are now affecting their own behaviors now, and they don't know why they have this flight response. They don't know why they want to isolate. They just know that their body is panicking and telling them, you'll be safer if you pull away, because for whatever reason, love didn't feel safe for them at some point in their life. But then they're heartbroken, and so then they come back out of nowhere, and it may even feel like love bombing, because they're saying how much you mean to them and how much they miss you and how great you are. And you're like, well, last week you were saying a very different thing. It's hard. This is a confused person who I feel like is confusing you, because they need to, that's that inner work. Remember when I was talking about the 8 of Swords, those walls that people put up around them? It's that need to do the inner work and figure out why they act the way that they do, because this person's confused right now. They're confused by their own feelings. Okay, I'm going to get out the Lovers deck on this. I'll see what comes up. All right. Also, if you could hit like and subscribe, it really does help me grow my channel so that I can keep doing these readings for you guys. All right, let's see what comes up. And again, like, the vibe is very much avoidant attachment style, maybe even fearful avoidant. So that's something to look into. Yeah, because at the bottom of the deck, this is the Ace of Cups for this deck, and it's this new love opportunity, right? And it's in reverse, so it feels like they lost this. They let yet another good thing kind of slip between their fingers, or they know that they're messing it up in a way, and they don't want to lose this. Yeah, we get 4 of Swords in reverse. Again, all this Swords energy, I feel like some of you might be dealing with an air sign. That's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I always forget Aquarius, because how is Aquarius not a water sign? But anyways, I digress. So there's all this, like, it's head issues. The Swords deal with the mind and mental clarity, and they get in their head a lot. They need so much reassurance, but then when you give them that reassurance, they feel stifled and they kind of pull away. We get the Knight of Swords. Like, how much sword energy are we going to get here? It's that not saying the things that they want to say, or even coming in and saying something that isn't truly how they feel. It's like they'll say something like, you just overwhelm me and I don't want to be with you, so like, I'm done here. And really what is happening inside their mind is, I'm so afraid of you leaving me that I want to leave you first. That's kind of the energy. Then we get the 8 of Swords. See the mirrors here? I'll show you. See how it says mirrors and mirrors. See, it's never gonna focus for me, is it? Okay. But these are all Swords energy. I've never seen so many swords here. Swords, 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 Swords. Like, it's so, this is somebody who gets in their head. And this one, even, this card even says, see, like in, I'm just wasting my time trying to get my camera to focus, aren't I? It says in your head. This person stresses themselves out and creates problems that aren't there. And it causes you to feel like they're playing mind games with you because they're in their own head. So everything they say, it's contradictory. And their actions don't match their words. This is interesting. This is a card that's unique to this deck. And it's kind of a manipulative energy. And the Magician in reverse is manipulative too. And sometimes when I see that in a reading, it can be that breadcrumbing where they don't want to lose you, but they don't want to show up for you either. So they breadcrumb you and give you just enough to keep you attached. Yeah, now we're getting the competition card. Five of Wands, that's fire energy. I feel like it's coming from such a place of insecurity where it's like they're not ready to step up. They're not emotionally mature enough and ready for this relationship, but they're afraid of you meeting somebody else. And they might already be, kind of panicking about that. When they are in hermit mode, when they do pull their energy and are self-isolating, that whole time it's making them sick. They're thinking, what are you doing? And they're wondering if you've met somebody new. And it, really causes a lot of anxiety for them. So this is the Seven of Pentacles and it's in reverse, which is kind of this energy of their motives it's like they know they aren't in this for the right reasons and they don't want to be taking advantage of you, but they also don't want to lose you. It's like they know that they can't give you what you need. And a lot of that comes from their own insecurities. It's, they're in their head, they're thinking, they create all this. They think that, and it really does go back to childhood trauma stuff. It's somebody in their childhood made them feel like they were hard to love. And now they can't shake that feeling and this fear of people leaving them. And so they push people away. All right, I'm going to get some oracles on this, and then I'm going to get that final message. Let's see what comes up here. Also, if you would like a private reading, I do have those available. I'll post a link in the description. This is just a collective, so take what resonates. But in a private reading, you can always give me details about your situation. We can get more down to the bottom of it. Bottom of the deck, we get narcissist. And avoidant attachment is often, mental health issues right off the bat. Sorry, that's that ADHD where I start thinking two things at once. Whoa, gambling. I just had this for another reading. Okay, so bear with me. I had a bunch of thoughts all at once. So this could be a mental health issue here. And then going back to that narcissism at the bottom, a lot of people think that avoidant attachment is very similar to like it's narcissism light. It is just dabbling in that. And the truth is that person is capable of empathy. In fact, they are so worried that they're going to disappoint you and that they aren't good enough for you and they can't give you what you need, that they feel you're better off without them. But it can look like narcissism. I'm trying to like diagnose this person. I'm just doing the reading. Okay, so there's some kind of mental health issue here. The gambling card, which again, I got these for Taurus recently. The gambling card has to do with addictive behaviors, reckless behaviors, but also you're risking a lot by being with this person, especially if they're affecting your mental health. And then we have this card. I remember when I was talking about not being in it for the right reasons with this Seven of Pentacles. This kind of speaks to the same thing. It's like they're attracted to you. They want to spend time with you. They enjoy what they get from their time with you. Why won't it ever focus? But they know that they can't show up for you in the way that you deserve. it's that being heavily motivated by lust. And it's not to say that they don't like you or don't enjoy their time with you, but I get the sense that this person would have to do a lot of inner healing before they would be at the place that they could be in a long-term, healthy, committed relationship. All right. Yeah. The Nine of Wands, you can even see by the look on this guy's face. It's very protective. It's almost like somebody who's always ready for the other shoe to drop. They're very defensive. Their self-preservation and their need to protect themselves is very strong. And they just have to do that inner healing. And if you have the patience to love somebody like this, like, bless you, like, it is a journey. It requires a ton of patience, and it requires a tough skin, and eventually there'll need to be therapy here to work through these issues together so that they can have a secure attachment style. But you are not here to be anybody's rehabilitation center. You're not their therapist. You can't be. Even professionals sometimes struggle to help these people, and a romantic partner definitely can't fix them. So if you feel like, well, I love them, I can fix them, I promise you, they're going to need this is so much deeper. You can be kind to them though, but you need to put your needs first too. So, all right, collective. Sorry, this was kind of a sadder reading, but I just read what the cards say. I hope you guys have a great month, and I will talk to you all soon.